Hey Taurus Geminis, welcome into your Aries season tarot reading here at Cusp of Roses. I thank you guys so much for tuning in and being here. If you're new, my name is Gabrielle. Welcome to the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad-free. I love you all so very much. And I thank you for that love and support and by showing love in this community. If you want to become a channel member for exclusive viewer perks and so much more, you can join at the link in the description box below, okay? Or hit that join button next to subscribe underneath this video if you see it. Okay, Aries season here, Taurus Gemini, has a very serious tone to it from my meditation that I was getting for you. Yeah, I hate to be the bearer of maybe some potentially not so fun news, but it looks like you're gonna have some financial changes in Aries season. Unfortunately, due to some sort of choice or decision that was made that didn't come from clarity, okay, that maybe wasn't thought all the way through or was done a bit recklessly, or again just without thinking all the way through. So there is going to be some sort of financial shift and change here that might shift the way you are stable or you become stable, or how you're used to maintaining some sort of stability for yourself, okay? So something is maybe going to take a dip here. Yeah, it just feels like, because it might have just been I feel like in how it's coming through, it's somebody you decided to connect yourself to, Taurus Gemini, that is now going to have, and I'm hearing, a permanent effect on your financial stability. So there's that. It does feel like there was some sort of low vibrational something that you tied yourself to or connected with maybe recently, or you've been with, that is starting to take a toll on your financial stability. That was it kept coming in, changes are happening, and I kept seeing something dip down. Okay, so that's that. But there could be a way to have some sort of maybe some sort of transformation down the road, but it almost feels like you might have been attempting to make some sort of movement forward, or you were finally starting to gain traction with something, or really starting to find some sort of stability, and then one poor choice kind of has thwarted that for you. And so this is going to be a learning lesson, if you choose to learn the lesson, Taurus Gemini, okay? That you definitely have to choose and be very wise, about who you create foundations with. 4 Wands energy. Who you build foundations with will absolutely have an impact on your achievements and what you're able to achieve. And it seems like you're kind of headed into some sort of conflict, okay? And it is because of somebody that you've chosen, or that you are connected to, or you've built some sort of foundation with, okay? Yeah, again, this can be a learning moment if you choose to learn the lesson, if you choose to pay attention to what the divine is showing you. If you don't, this will probably be something that you repeat, okay? Or it's been repetitive. You've already done this before, or you've made this similar choice in the past, and it's had the same effect. So you kind of maybe already know what's up ahead for you, if that is the case. And it just seems like Spirit just really wants you to get into alignment. Yeah, this might be a big wake-up call, maybe a big tower moment, maybe not such a big tower moment. Again, it could be expected. Yeah, 6 of Cups in reverse with triumphant success, the Ace of Swords. So, right, it's a pattern. it's a pattern in love. So this definitely has to do with your relationships and your partnerships. That you got to, well, I'm not telling you what you got to do, but the divine is trying to help you or wants you to see how the people tied into you, especially because you have that Taurus dynamic, which is connected to Venus. And Taurus being such clearly an earthy energy and truly a master manifester in the material world, or can be on par to be, that love and material is a very, very strong bond for you. So when you're not surrounded or you're not in right relationship with people, your money is going to suffer every single time. And so I think that's the pattern that the divine is trying to point out to you. Again, you might already be aware of that. Yeah, being out of balance when it comes to, or out of harmony when it comes to love and relationships and connections directly affects your finances and your money. So if your money's looking funny, your relationships are out of whack, okay? Or you're bonded to the wrong people, or there's a lot of toxicity in your relationships or the people that you're choosing, or in your own behavior when it comes to love and relationships with others, okay? And it's a facet of that Venetian ruler that Taurus has. Yeah, it can often get them into some sticky situations, and many of them have to learn through that, unfortunately, if they don't catch the pattern or if they're not aware of that ahead of time. So, seems like that's what Aries season is shaping up to be here for you. What else does Taurus Gemini need to know about Aries season here, divine? Thank you. What's going on with these relationships? Yeah, love begins. Right. So you might have recently started a new relationship. And maybe that's the relationship I'm talking about here. Or you've been in one. Yeah, victory and success. This could have been a situation you thought you were going to have victory and success in. Yeah, wisdom keeps wanting to come out here. Okay, clarify. Yeah, so that's just confirming exactly. You have victory and success when true love begins, when the Ace of Cups is present. Whatever you got going on in love and romance doesn't seem to be an Ace of Cups. Right, it's bringing you to conflict and defeat. I'm trying to tell you. Love is the axis that you will have success, victory, or conflict and defeat on every time. So how you are as a lover, yeah, universe in reverse. So this is a lesson that you haven't fully learned yet, Taurus Gemini. How you are as a lover, the people you choose to love, the people you allow to love you are going to directly affect your stability and your finances, your ability to manifest. Okay. It's going to throw off your abundance in a major way. And yeah, again, it's like this is a lesson that you have to learn with the universe, the world energy in reverse. I can't make it up. You got both the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Exactly. Prosperity begins once you learn this lesson and stand your ground in the knowledge. Okay, with this star energy of hope. Which tells me that you got to detach from something. The divine is trying to get you to detach from a pattern, it feels like. Or some form of deception here. Or some sort of conflict that you find yourself in when it comes to love. And then you get defeated by it. And then that messes up your prosperity here. Okay. Yeah. You can accelerate your motion forward by choosing wisely when it comes to love. Yeah. And avoid heartache and loss. Yeah. You gotta use wisdom and love, Taurus Gemini. I think at this point, especially with the cosmic climate, there's really no room for those kind of mistakes. Yeah, there's just really no room to be unwise at this point, it feels like, and it seems like you've had maybe enough experience in this situation or in these types of patterns to kind of know better. It's just up to you to be willing to do better, okay? Yeah, I'm here until you do right by me. Yeah, it's like yeah, until you do right by me, passion won't be ignited here. Like, I almost want to say maybe it's been a little easy to kind of ignite your passion, or you got to like reconsider what actually ignites your energy. I don't know why this feels like disillusionment. Like yeah, it's a lot of temptation. It's a pattern for sure. It's a pattern for sure. It's almost like a vice, maybe. Okay, for somebody here, this seems like this happens maybe more than once, or it has happened more than once, because it's like, I'll risk losing it because I know I can manifest it back. And again, maybe that worked at one point. But with the current cosmic climate, that cannot work anymore. Okay? The only way to get accelerated motion, the only way to kind of have prosperity begin again, is choosing wisely, is using wisdom. I can't make it up. Okay, clarify. Yeah. Recognition and reward. So you might be connecting yourselves with people who want recognition, they want reward. Maybe you got some sort of status here. Taurus, Gemini, wouldn't be surprised by that. Yeah, it's like you keep trying to begin love with people who want clout. Do anything for clout. You got to start recognizing and rewarding where true love is. So that tells me that you do have true love around you, or you have access, or you have had access to true love. But it maybe didn't feel like recognition or reward. It didn't give you the same high that the toxic choices maybe do. The unwise choices do. Yeah. And then you find yourself mentally conflicted when it doesn't lead to victory and success. Why? Yeah. And maybe because maybe you weren't connecting that dot between your Ace of Cups and your Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity begins when you learn this lesson. And again, Saturn being in Aries isn't going to ease up on you, especially during Aries season. Because keep in mind, your major arcana is the Hierophant. So yeah, your soul is held to a higher standard. It definitely is. So you can't do what everybody else does, Taurus, Gemini. Or it's like there's a part of you that tells you, and like you know, that the people who want to begin love with you, or you choose to begin love with, only really want the recognition and reward of being close to you, being around you, having your attention, or whatever that case may be. But it's like you know that, but you still choose it. You're aware of it, but then it's like maybe you start doubting yourself, or you're like, well, no, I don't want to be like that, or I don't, da, da, da. It's like, don't doubt your intuition. You know that and you see that, then it is. Period. At this point and by now, I feel like, again, you've been through this cycle enough to understand what that leads to: conflict and defeat. Yeah, and then you're trapped in some sort of fear. It's like maybe it's the fear of disappointing, or the fear of being rejected, or the fear of like, if I don't give these people who want love with me what they want, or like pieces of me or parts of me, if I don't please them or kind of like adhere to it, then they'll go against me in some sort of way. Or like, yeah, for somebody here, somebody's been trying to avoid creating enemies. So they've been people pleasing, but then that actually invites enemies into your camp, into your circle, around you. And then you're trapped. Or so you think you are. Mental conflict with trapped in fear. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't give them the reward or the recognition, or I don't work with them, I don't connect with them, then they're going to think this about me, or then they might become my enemy, and I don't want that, so I'm just going to do what they want or give them what they want. And then you end up fucking your shit up every time. So a little Piscean in this energy, because it feels like self-sacrifice. Yeah, positive movement forward. You won't have positive movement forward here, Taurus, Gemini, until you learn this lesson. And again, it's not enough to just know it. You got to actually apply it. You got to stand in it. Which means you have to not care about what people say. Yeah, it's like, I don't want them to talk bad about me. I don't want them to say that I'm this or I'm that. I don't want people to have this kind of impression about me. But it's like, what people are you caring about? Like, I don't know. It's kind of strange. Like, okay, it's almost like the opinions that you're worried about in truth don't really matter. Like, why would you even worry about or care about what those particular people or that group of people or whatever that, like, why do you care what they think? Like, and I know I'm saying it so matter-of-factly because I just feel like at this point it should be kind of like plain and clear, but maybe this is just a deeper rooted issue for you that you really are going to have to face here in Aries season because that material decline is happening or is coming. Yeah, it's like somebody in this energy can't stand to have people not like them. Or like not have like, if somebody wants to control someone's perception or people's perception of them, to the point of sabotaging themselves just for the sake of, oh, well, you could never say that I didn't do anything for you. You can never say that I didn't like support you or take you out or give you things or, you know, whatever, flex on you, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's something like that. Like, but it's like, yeah, it's messing somebody up. It's messing somebody up. Clarify. Yeah. Patience and planning. Okay. Balance. Yeah, this is definitely justice. It's so, and this is what I mean. It's like you get to a point where things start to stack up in your favor for whoever this message is for. Maybe you're cross-watching, whomever, okay? You stack up this positive energy, all this patience and all this planning just to have love thwart you and throw you off. Just to kind of throw it all away for love. Or what you deem is love, which is not recognition and reward. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, or maybe this is like the type of person that you're attracted to. Attracted to people you think is going to get you some sort of like hail or some sort of like, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking to a masculine. So, you know, in their world, it's all about the game of respect. So, you know, wanting people to be like, oh, look at who you're with. Like, that's going to give you some sort of clout or some sort of like, I keep wanting to say clout, child. Clout is all up through this. I don't know how that's relevant, but take it only if it is. But like, yeah, like I got to be seen with the baddest or the whatever or the most handsome or the richest or whatever. It's like something about that, like, yeah, it's too surface. It's just too surface and it's not wise choices. Yeah, like if I gotta go with the person who's gonna get me to look like I'm doing something or like I'm really that person or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like the people that whoever this is choosing to give that effect, it's not giving that. It don't get it. It just doesn't. And I'm not like, I'm not trying to be funny, not trying to be rude, no tea, no shade, but it doesn't give that because it seems like every time somebody tries that or steps into that when it comes to love, to get that kind of recognition and reward, they don't get it. It turns into chaos and conflict and defeat or a trap. Yeah, jeez. So it's like, yeah, somebody really could be like building up good energy and then they throw it all away on the wrong people or by choosing the wrong people or making unwise choices with who they pour into or who they connect with. So it's like somebody can't get past that somebody can't get past the 7 of Pentacles. Somebody won't be able to get to the 8 of Pentacles until they learn this lesson with the universe, with Saturn. And that's justice. Yeah, you got to stand your ground. And not throw your prosperity away. Right. Your justice comes when you learn this lesson in love. Or when you learn this lesson in relationships and partnerships. Or who you align yourself with. I feel like for whoever this is for, the divine has been telling you to break off from people or cut people off or like not swim in certain circles or move in certain circles. Like really start separating yourself in some way. And if you haven't done it, this is why you're struggling or will be struggling financially here. So it's like someone's going to have to start all the way over back at the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you get accelerated motion when you choose wisely who you give your cup to, who you begin love with, who you awaken love with, who you surround yourself with, who you kind of engage with here, all the way around, from friendship to lovers, maybe even family. Yeah. Destiny, the Wheel of Fortune, that's when your luck will change. But until then, yeah, like I said, I can't make it up. The divine has been trying to tell somebody to get solitude, like get solid. But somebody keeps choosing to be around people that, again, don't serve their purpose, don't serve their destiny, aren't meant to even... Okay, I feel like I said this to you before, Taurus, Gemini. Maybe this is, again, we just got to relearn the lesson. Because, again, of that Venetian connection you have with your Taurus energy, you can use that Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles connection to discern who you're around. If your money starts getting funny, starts dipping, you start losing stuff, or like things start going away and fading away, it's more than likely a love connection that you have, or somebody that you are pouring your heart energy into. Okay? When it is the right energy, it's the right chemistry, it's the right balance, this is somebody that is in alignment with you. You have accelerated motion. You harnessed and harvest more material. Things start looking up. Things start increasing. You start gaining traction. Momentum starts building. You're starting to kind of really solidify and stack up. So you start connecting with somebody and stuff starts failing for you. Wrong connection. When you connect with someone and things start moving up, right connection. Clarify. Triumph. Fertility. Yeah. Right. You know that you are in alignment, Chariot energy, when things start to grow. You know you have a real Empress when things start to grow. I could be speaking to a masculine here who maybe could be an emperor, or is supposed to be an emperor, or is meant to be an emperor, but keeps kind of chopping themselves off from getting there because they aren't choosing Empress energy. Somebody maybe has to reorient their thoughts around what an Empress actually looks like. An Empress doesn't concern herself with clout. She is the clout. She doesn't have to chase it. She is it. You see what I'm saying? Not worried about it, not concerned about it, because it is her. Okay? That's where your triumph is. Clarify, love begins with recognition and reward for Taurus, Gemini. Right. Movement, choices, and decisions. I can't make it up. If you keep walking through doors where recognition and reward and that whole kind of like need to be seen, need to be looked at in a certain way, image and all of that is the whole basis of the whole relationship and the connection, you're going to keep fucking your money up. It's up to you to make better movements and better choices. I can't make it up. Partnerships and alliances, fulfillment of wishes. Somebody still thinks that that's going to fulfill them, and it hasn't, and it won't. But it's like, nah, like, I just got to go get an even better one. It's like, no, you're going in the wrong direction. No, that's not the purpose of all of that. Somebody is just like not clicking with it. And you know, I guess it takes time. It takes time. Yeah, it's like somebody goes into these partnerships thinking that it's going to be a fulfillment of a wish, and it never is. It traps them in fear and creates conflict and defeat every time. They think it's going to be victory and success. And there's even a part of them that knows that it isn't, but they ignore that part and go, nah, 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 I'm going to do it because the recognition and the reward. I'm going to be looked at like this, or like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's going to say this and da-da-da-da. It's like you're worried about the wrong thing. Yeah, it's like this feels like a loop of energy that somebody just keeps falling into. Clarify the universe in reverse with positive movement forward, the Eight of Pentacles. I'm trying to tell you, solitude. So in a way, this could be a masculine that likes to use feminine energy, again, for that kind of, for the look of it all. And they actually thrive better when they're alone. Or they need a season of being alone in order to actually activate this prosperity and be able to align with their destiny. So it's like, okay, yeah, you begin a new relationship, you know, connect with whoever you think is going to get you that recognition and reward, and it maybe works for a little while, but it's never long term. It's always short-lived. It's good for a moment, and then it goes bad because it was bad from the beginning. The illusion breaks. And that illusion probably breaks because money starts getting funny. So then there can't be recognition and a reward if there's no money. And then as soon as the money starts slowing down, the whoever was connected with for the recognition and reward goes somewhere else. They start having a wandering eye, or now it's a problem, or now the energy is bad. Okay? So it's like somebody keeps stacking themselves up right just to go throw it away on a bad relationship. Or, I mean, again, somebody got to learn. Right. Prosperity begins when you have the patience to plan and wait for your harmony. When you can discern what harmony is. The Lovers. The Lovers comes after solitude for this person. Because it's like if this person actually just spent time with themselves, they would actually understand that they don't really care, or I don't want to say they care, because clearly they do care, but that's not really what serves them. It's never really made them happy. But it's like somebody keeps thinking that it makes them happy, so they keep chasing it, and then they keep messing themselves up. So if this isn't you, this could be somebody connected to you, okay? Take it as it resonates. Stand your ground with justice and balance. Heart chakra, where we give and receive from. Somebody got to start making choices based off what the heart wants, not what the ego wants. It's like at this point, somebody's made enough egoic choices and decisions to learn. It's up to them to choose to hold on to that lesson and stand their ground in that lesson so they can get their justice. But somebody keeps looking for justice in all the wrong places with people who only want recognition and reward. They don't care about balance. They want what they want. And in a way, it's a mirrored energy because whoever keeps choosing that also wants what they want over having balance and harmony. So the material harvest is going to keep falling apart until somebody gets it. Accelerated motion. Yeah, rejoice in celebration. Clarify accelerated motion with material harvest divine. Firm foundation. That's what I mean. Somebody knows how to build a firm foundation. They just keep choosing the wrong people to share it with. Because those people are interested in taking from the foundation, not building on it. They want a piece of it, not to be a part of it. And that's a big difference. Somebody who wants a piece of your world, a piece of your life, a piece of you, than to be a part of your world and a part of your life and a part of you. Okay? One is collaborative. One is way more individualistic, or too individualistic for anything to really work out, which is why it keeps falling apart. Disruption, the Tower. I can't make it up. choose wisely with destiny. Heartache and loss. Until somebody chooses wisely, chooses their destiny, they will continue to have heartache and loss. And the loss is in the financial disruption at the bottom. It's a tower. This is a season of a tower for you. Again, like I said, somebody stands to take a really big dip in finances or a financial hit here because of who they've tied themselves to. And it's like you can't go and blame that person because they were there, like the flags were there, or you had a slight awareness. Like you can really only look at yourself. You got to look at the part of you that's attracted to that or thinks that's going to work out. Or like, I don't know. It's like somebody just, it's like they get it, but they don't want to get it. Oh, yeah, it's one of that, like, I get it, but it's not as fun as being in some sort of toxic situation or egoic relationship. Okay. I mean, and again, everybody got free will. You could choose what you want to, but again, the money ain't going to be right until you learn the lesson. Saturn got all the time in the world. And we'll keep throwing lessons and situations and towers at you until you get it. So it's really a matter of how many towers do you want to go through. That's somebody's free will choice. Okay, so tell me more about the wisdom that is available here for Taurus Geminis in this energy. Orphaned, yeah. That's what I mean. It's like, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. It sounded like Burrow knocked something over. All right. But yeah, orphaned. I feel like that's kind of the driving force behind these egoic choices and decisions. I don't want to be left alone, or I don't want to leave people alone. So this could be people who kind of come in with like nothing. So then there's this whole like, okay, well, let me take care of you. I'll do this for you. Da, 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 da. It's like somebody, I almost want to say keeps falling for it, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe somebody has some sort of resistance towards solitude as well. So it's like, I'd rather make the poor choice and decision and have somebody than make the wise choice and decision and be alone for a little bit. I mean, okay, it's just somebody's lesson to learn. Yeah, why? Why does it have to be this way? Somebody has to start asking maybe even more questions when it comes to the people that they choose. Like, why do you want to be here? Why do you want to, like, what's up? Why are you orphaned? Why are you so down and out? Like, it's like, yeah, somebody doesn't dig deep enough into who they choose to pour into, and that's why it keeps messing up their money. Okay. Observer, yeah, somebody has to watch. Somebody doesn't pay attention to the details. Again, ignores the red flags. So you got to be more observant, ask more questions instead of just, okay, we're both in that kind of recognition and reward energy. Let's just go for it instead of just jumping into things. Yeah. Okay. Right. And that's what I was saying. So it's like somebody, maybe even they're aware of this and they still choose it because they know eventually they can just regenerate it. But if you keep regenerating it just to make the same mistake over and over again, what's the point of that? Maybe that's like a high for somebody, or like, you know, it makes them feel something, or I don't know, but it's like a risk, adrenaline type of a thing. Okay, I know I can get it back, so yeah, let's just burn it all and mess it all up and then I'll fix it later. And it's like, at this point in the game, or at this point in the cosmic climate, there is no fixing it later. There's a lot of permanency in the energy right now. What you do, what you say, how you align yourself is going to set you up for almost a solid next decade with how just the cosmic climate is right now. Decade or more. So there's no like, oh yeah, okay, give me a couple years and then I'll re-up again. No, there's no re-up. There's no re-up. The re-up gonna take a lot longer than that. for somebody. Yeah, never-ending story. Right. And that's what I'm kind of getting. It's like, when will it end? When are you going to change the narrative that you're in control of? Like, somebody like does this, and then first, this could be multiple people, okay? But someone else in this energy might even fall into that loop, but then they don't understand why. If they would read a little bit more into the energy, read a little bit more into the situation, observe a little more, pay attention a little more, be present a little bit more, they would understand why. But it's like somebody's not looking at themselves as the culprit. That's what I was saying. Don't go blaming the people, you know, connected to you. You got to blame, not really blame anybody, but you got to acknowledge the choices and decisions that you're making to have them around or connect or give in to whatever this is. Like, it is on you because you create your world. So if you want the story to end, then you got to do something different. But you can't keep going around the same circles and expecting it to change or expecting to have a different result. Right. Somebody has to get flexible in their expectations, or flexible in, again, their in their energy. This is what I mean. So maybe this is just like a lack of patience. Yeah, blessed. Okay. Okay. Right. Somebody can kind of shift and change, flexibility, shift the mold, flex the mind, expand yourself a little bit. Then you can see, again, first and foremost, how blessed you truly are. But then what's needed and necessary to make sure you stay aligned with your blessings and you don't lose them because of unwise choices and decisions. That, again, it feels like for somebody here at this point, you know better. You're just choosing not to do better. So you got to ask yourself that question. Why aren't you choosing it? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, imagine. It's a lot of like fantasy. It's a lot of imagination, illusionary energy, like looks and like perception. It's like how somebody wants to be perceived, and kind of creating a particular image or chasing after a particular image that they're not even really meant for, or it doesn't really hold any weight in their world. Or I could say it in so many different ways, but just right. It's like someone gets locked into the fantasy of being someone's savior, or, you know, oh, I'm helping you, I'm bringing you from rags to riches, or kind of like wants to be that like daddy Warbucks kind of a thing. And it fucks up their money every time. So it's like, why isn't this working? It's because that's not how it's supposed to work, right? You're co-creating the issue and you're co-creating the problem. So for whoever this is, it's like, don't go to whoever you are in that, you know, new love with, right? Like, oh, you're messing up my money. No, you, the person who chose them, or the person who decided to not pay attention enough to the red flags, you also created this problem. See what I'm saying? Because just because somebody wants love from you doesn't mean you have to give it. Just because somebody want to be around you don't mean you got to let them around you. Just because somebody needs something doesn't mean you're the one to give it. But it's like somebody comes around needy, you start fulfilling the needs, maybe expecting loyalty in exchange, and you don't get it. Because they're loyal to themselves. They're loyal to their needs being met, not you. But you think they're going to be loyal to you because you're meeting the need. No, they're loyal to their needs being met. So the moment that your money gets funny, you can no longer meet the need, they're going to go figure out who else can meet the need. Every time. Because that's where the loyalty lies. On the need being met, not necessarily who's meeting it. So that's where someone's ego gets them trapped up. Right. And if somebody just took a moment to pay attention a little bit closer, they would see the signs that say, you know, your destiny is this way. Your fate is that way. You know, unwise choices and decisions this way. Lose your money, go this way. Gain some money, go that way. Like, you would see those signs. Okay? Yeah. And this is what I mean. It's like someone wants to go throw everything away and then expects the world or the earth or the universe to rejuvenate them every time. Then they want to go mend, so then they get back up just for you to throw it away again. And this is what I'm saying. This is where I feel like the universe is in reverse. They're not supporting that cycle anymore. Okay. Yeah. To be fair, exactly. To be fair, it's a never-ending story because you keep writing out and living out the same script. To be fair, not going to regenerate anything. Maybe might not get that opportunity to mend because at this point, you've co-created this imaginary world or this situation. And I'm not saying from here on out you're on your own, but it's kind of like, yeah, prosperity is not going to begin until you start to, yeah, fairness, to be fair, justice. I mean, again, until you learn the lesson. They're not going to keep regenerating you just for you to throw it away. Okay? So this is maybe where you got to learn or start activating responsibility. Yeah, it's like, I don't know who needs to hear that, but somebody in this energy does not have the luxury of being reckless in love and still having material abundance. That could work for some people, but it doesn't work for whoever this is. But it's like they're convinced that they can have that, but every time they attempt it, it fucks them up. So yeah, like I said, Hierophant energy, you're held to a higher standard. Message in a bottle. Yeah, all that glitters. Somebody keeps choosing glitter, expecting it to be gold. Yeah, time to go. It's time to get off that cycle. It's time to leave those patterns, those habits, that mindset behind. Clarify, bless here. Between worlds. Yeah. This tells me that somebody thought they could have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. The 1 foot in is the knowledge that, yeah, they can regenerate and rebuild and they can just tap into that and get it right back and re-up. And then the 1 foot out is keep choosing the toxicity or keep falling for the same kind of recognition and reward timeline and all of that kind of cloudy, egoic energy. Okay, I can go dabble in that and enjoy that. And then when that goes down and sour, then I'll step into my divinity and then regenerate it all. And then I can just go back to doing the debauchery and then I can just regenerate. It's like somebody's been doing that for a good little grip and that's done. It's time to go. You got to choose which world you want to be in. Or the choice has been made for you, for somebody here, okay? I'm going to leave it there. I really do hope that this was helpful or gave some sort of clarity, a confirmation, maybe even a little bit of truth that somebody needed to hear regarding any situations you might be dealing with here in Aries season. I love you all so very much, and I thank you for being here. If you've made it this far in the message, please make sure you're subscribed, as I do pull energy and messages for my subscribers and channel members. Again, join the channel if you want exclusive viewer perks and so much more. All right. And I thank you for sowing love into this community with your likes, your comments, sharing these readings with whomever you might need, whoever might need to hear it. Okay. Purchasing the merch, booking readings with me. You can join the Royal Rose Club now. That is a membership tier on my storefront where you can get a mini reading with me every month, plus 20% off other reading sessions and free shipping on the whole store. So wonderful perks there. If you're interested, check that out. And I will see you all in our next one. Love you lots. Namaste.